Hello and welcome to the Creative Shift vlog. In this vlog, we're going to talk about the 5 times that having a coach can really make a difference. I coach a lot of successful people, and if you think about it, that really makes sense. Roger Federer, arguably one of the greatest tennis players in the world, still has a coach. Great golfers have coaches for specific parts of their game. They might have a swing coach or somebody who helps them with their mental game. Ronnie O'Sullivan, personal sports hero of mine, works a lot with Steve Peters, who wrote The Chimp Paradox, and Steve Peters also coaches all of Team GB, the cycling team. And they've all talked about how having a coach makes a difference. So I'm going to talk to you about 5 particular times that success can bring with it the need for a coach. The first time probably is when you've been promoted to become the CEO or some senior role in your organisation. Now, you could be coming in from outside or you could be promoted from within, and both of them have different challenges. Are you following someone who's really great at their job, who's a hard act to follow? Are you actually stepping in and trying to clear up some mess from your predecessor? What are the strengths that you can build on from whoever came before you? And what do you want to make your priority? Most of all, how do you want to do this? How are you going to make it your organisation? That's where the additional reflective power of a coach can give you a little bit of time and space to step back, see the big picture, and work on the difference that will make the difference. And that's really, really valuable at times like that. Another time a coach can make a difference is thinking about the story that you're going to share during periods of growth, change, or turbulence. How are you going to motivate and keep staff happy? How are you going to retain talent? What's the story about this change? And that could be big change like new jobs, new product lines, new markets, or the other end, shrinking, moving out of a market, withdrawing products. What's the story you're going to share with your stakeholders, shareholders, your employees, and your customers? Again, having a bit of time and space to rehearse that, to work it out, to figure out the best way and the optimal way of telling that story can be done with a coach to enormous effect. A lot of clients come to me when it's time to move on, when for whatever reason they want to take their next opportunity. And there the conversation's about what they can do to enshrine their legacy, what you can do to make sure that your next opportunity really aligns and plays to your strengths, how to leave well and graciously, and how to make sure that you don't close any doors as you go. I think there's a real art to leaving an organisation well, and a lot of people don't do it, and yet it's possible. It really makes a difference to your career, and it makes a difference to your feeling of well-being. And building excitement for your next venture, whatever's happening next, is always part of it. So no matter what the circumstances are where you have to or want to leave, it can be turned into a very positive experience with the right help and support. Frequently, particularly with owner-managed businesses, I find there's a situation where the manager, the owner, the CEO knows exactly what they want, can see it in their mind's eye, but just can't communicate that to their team. And it isn't that their team aren't loyal or hardworking, it's just that they keep missing the point, that somehow doesn't quite gel or click. Now often that's because the values and vision haven't really been articulated to the staff in the way that they can understand. I get lots of managers or CEOs telling me that they want their staff to be more proactive, but when they are, they don't like the results. Well, squaring that off, getting rid of that mismatch is something that can be really worked on in a coaching capacity or in a wider consultancy capacity. But it's really powerful if it starts with the CEO. And that's another time a coach can make a difference. And finally, if you've got a big pitch, an interview, or presentation coming up, think about investing in a number of coaching sessions so that you don't just pick off little action points, but you can really think about the impact that your presentation is going to make. I've done some lovely work with clients where we've thought about the entire experience of the audience or the pitch panel, thought about how to set them up and make them receptive, how to make a presentation really pop, be interactive, zing, and make it appropriate, and also how then to leave really great materials afterwards so that you maximise the impact. If the presentation or the pitch is for a big enough job, if the interview is for a real game-changing career move, think about just making that investment so that you can look back and know that you did everything possible to make sure it was a success. It's a great use of a coach for a specific length of time to really powerful end. So I'll confess, there's a level of self-interest in this vlog. We provide coaching services. I coach a number of executives in all of the situations I've just talked about. But whether that's me or someone else, really do think about getting professional support for some of those crunch moments in your business life. And if you'd like to talk to Creative Shift about it, just log on www.creativeshift.uk.com and you'll get all our contact details and some useful case studies of previously satisfied clients. That's it for this time. Let us know what you think. Bye.